Hello and welcome to another episode of the Grandest Adventure. It is the 27th of June in the great year 2023. Welcome. So, this is a pretty jam-packed episode. We're not going to start off with a recap. We're just going to dive right on into kind of a lore discussion and a little bit of, I don't know, behind the kimono table talk for a little bit. It's gonna be good. Give you guys the floor.
So, Luke, the chat was pretty busy the last few days with a lot of theory talk, and you read some lore. What questions do you have? Let's get a good baseline here.
Just about everything. So, Cortana and Vavo are like brother and sister. I know Vavo's the bad guy, but like Cortana was like brother and sister, right? Or
Yes, that's what it seems like.
It seems there's no definite. That's not confirmed.
That's fair. I guess they seem
Because
they seem to care about each other. They seem to be partners.
Think of them more as, at least in the story anyway, more as partners, less as brother and sister. At least that's how I tried to intend it. And I don't want to go down Luke and Leia route or anything.
They definitely loved and cared about each other at one point.
Yes.
Well, one definitely did.
For sure.
okay. And I mean, I'm reading through it right now, and we don't know what happened in that timeline for them to stop caring about each other.
That was the whole, like we talked about with the whole golden power and everything, and the seal of the six that we mentioned a few times.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of tasked with being part of the circle and bringing the objects to the circle to initiate that seal of the six to lock the golden power away. And then when they locked the golden power away, Vavo got trapped in the circle and got hidden away with the golden power, which is why he has the golden power now.
Sorry, still digesting.
But I'm not sure exactly but what we don't know exactly is we have an idea of what happened to Vavo, why he is where he is, what he got trapped away, how he has the golden power. But I guess we don't really know the full story of Cortana, like what happened to her in that moment, what happened, where she ended up.
Right. Yeah, we don't know what we really have no visibility to beyond that moment to what Cortana's been up to.
And we have not located Cortana since.
No. In fact, as far as I understand, we as players have read the story of Cortana and Vavo, and we know the name Vavo, but like Torek does not know the name Cortana, or that person has any connection to Vavo.
What I would say here, little interjection. I would say maybe since Luke is such a like super bard, maybe he would have heard of like a tale, not of those two named or anything, but like of like the idea, you know, like maybe this is like the I don't know, maybe like some sort of like folklore was passed down, but no names are named, but like it maybe if. Angus was like told that story, he'd be like, "Oh shit, that's where that came from." Like that's where Little
like
Red
he knows
Riding
the tale of like them locking away the golden power to stop the wars. And
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it's a fairy tale for children or some shit. It's a super old song.
Okay.
I would say maybe at most that. But yeah, as players, you guys know all the lore posts that are there. Sorry, carry on.
One of the things that I thought was interesting was reading back through the poem, The One Who Lied. The last of it says, one by one he stole their heart, using her right from the start. Corrupted them for his gain, his love for her he did feign. Soon there was none to oppose, all others he did dispose. Spring to fall, dawn to dusk, all that remains is a husk. Now she sits right by his side, forever there, the one who lied. Now, I've always thought that this poem has been about like Cortana and Vavo. I could be wrong there. What's sticking with me is the words like spring to fall, dawn to dusk. To me, is like as the years pass over the eons, all that remains is a husk that talks about how like Vavo's personality maybe has been like devoured by the golden power and has created this like ogre of arcane energy that we've seen. And then now she sits right by his side, forever there, the one who lied. I'm wondering if that has any relevance to the like Raven Queen at all. Just want to put that out there as we're talking about stuff. Just put a pin in it, hang a string on it, don't connect the string to anything. Maybe later.
Yo, dangling strings are dangerous.
Yeah, but is that what that means? Because it's like,
I
think about it.
Yeah,
Like,
Ryan,
it's
let's
like,
see. Let's hear your side
so
on this, Ryan.
the trusting system weren't prepared. His time could come. Big gap. One by one, he stole their heart. He's taking out all that oppose. So taking out all that oppose, is that referring to him after he got this power and what he did in the Feywild to corrupt and take out those that opposed him, like all of the Fey lords or whatever the fuck they're
Archfey.
Archfey.
And Zeke, you're believing the her there is like referring to the Raven Queen potentially?
So I'm going to interject here. So from reading the poem and my high school English class, reading between the lines, I'm going to say with somebody that's still very fresh to the lore, is this like some yin and yang kind of thing that they obviously balance each other out and try to balance each other out, but potentially Vovo, Vovo, I think. Is that how you pronounce his name?
That's his brother.
Vavo.
His underachieving
Vavo.
brother is Vovo.
Oh, okay. Vavo, potentially figured out and established how he could harness some certain power and is by certain means channeling her to do so. I had a part that I was looking at earlier today. His left rated. He to dispose, all that means us now. See, it says now she sits right by his side. Forever there, the one who lied. So it could be viewed as the obviously Vavo lying to Cortana and then taking control of her for her power, or possibly the one who lied is in that person is lying there. That Cortana potentially just rolled over and allowed for this to happen. Again, Still very fresh to the lore. Don't know
Luke coming
much.
in with the hot takes, a fresh set of eyes, providing a new perspective.
Love it. So, zooming out, talking about macro perspective, right? We're in Sanctuary. We've freed Luke, Kalindra, Chandra, and Alphonse. What's the long-term play here, Ryan, that you see?
The long-term play I see is obviously stopping Vavo, but we can't do that ourselves. We freed these Archfey, who, from what I've seen, I think we're going to need a lot more help still. So I think we need to discuss with them about the other Archfey and like our next moves in the bigger scheme of things. I think will be to free them or free them of corruption if they're not actually stuck and they're just corrupted. We've freed other beings of corruption before, or we could do it to them. So we have help in the meantime, or again, figuring out something, a weakness to this golden power.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of ways we can come at it, right? I mean, ultimately, we need to, one, increase our power to be able to rival Vavos. Two, we need to decrease his power to be more equivalent with our own, so we have a chance at stopping him. Or three, we need to find someone who has the ability to attune to the golden power better than he can and take it from him or whatever. Reading through the whole Katana and Babo thing again, there was the whole perspective of like her just seeing this like gray stone that wasn't very like attractive looking and him being completely enamored and transfixed by it and it forcing him to like grab it and disappear with it. Where she was able to like use the power to save him when they were under attack, right? But it seemed like he wasn't like immediately able to attune to it. It was more of like she was able to control the golden power, but the golden power more had a control over Vavo than vice versa. So my thought is if we can track that lady down, then maybe, you know, she can like harmonize with the golden power and like disrupt Vavo's connection with it such that we can separate the two. Thoughts?
So you're talking about just removing the golden power from him.
We have to defeat Vavo, right?
Yeah.
There's two ways to do that. We either kill him as is, or we like separate him from the golden power somehow such that, you know, he's himself again, or we can realistically restrain him.
So Luke, just so you understand too, because the side of weakening him or removing the golden power definitely sounds more favorable. I don't know if we told you about the time we encountered Vavo. What happened? Basically, we kind of fell into a trap and broke the seal of the Six and released him. And when we met him, there was a fight, and he pretty much snapped his fingers. And I don't know, a couple weeks went by or something like that, and Torque and I ended up waking up in a chained box, going to a slaves trade in the Feywild, and our other companion, team name I'm forgetting right now.
Merrick resisted the first roll.
Yeah. Yeah, so he didn't end up in the cage with us. He did.
We were naked
resist
and afraid.
the second time, and he ended up in a field somewhere
And
way away from us in the Feywild as well.
weeks later.
And that was just pretty much a snap of this guy's finger doing this.
Yeah, so what had happened was we were trying to find the Raven Queen. We heard that the Raven Queen had intimate knowledge of how the artifact seal worked, and that she was involved in the creation of it. So we were looking to like use her help to understand like Vavo's connection with his source of power a little bit better. And we were asking around, and we found a lead that was going to bring us to go meet the Raven Queen. And ultimately, we brought one of the artifacts to the site where the Seal of the Six like was made, and it was there that we found Ubterna, who is like the Fey goddess of lies, and that dude from the city of O, Belusion. And they were like agents of Vavo, as far as I remember. And us bringing the artifact there is what broke the seal and allowed Vavo to come from the Feywild into our world. So, and then he like snapped us, like Ryan described. So, just like a straight up head on thing is probably inadvisable.
Okay. Still digesting, I'm sorry.
Fine, it's a lot to digest. Trust me, I'm still digesting.
I'm drinking from a fire hose.
Yeah, it's a lot of information. So since we got like our asses handed to us, we figured we like need help. So we've been running around and trying to free all these different like Fey, like gods and goddesses, right? These Fey like deities. Alphonse being the latest. So yeah, I think maybe we just have to have a conversation with the members of the Order of the Archfey that we have met so far, and figure out what makes sense next. So if you guys recall, when we were headed up Death's Peak and we were able to see over the top of Cheridon Forest, we saw like the city that existed on top of the canopy, which is wild, and I want to go there. But I also think that's where we said that one was like the most dangerous. I think a lot of the Wild was there, maybe, or Set the Conqueror. I don't remember. Maybe it was Set.
Olato.
Thank you. So that's kind of what I think that we need to do. And then, Craig, correct me if I'm wrong. So we ended last session with a time skip forward.
Yeah, a short time skip forward.
So we're going to go backward.
Yeah.
So when we start up in character, we're not going to have these boxes.
Not quite just yet. Once you ask the correct question.
And I'm still confused that Cortana could be fucking the Raven Queen.
Really? I'm shipped on that 100%. Like 99.8%.
Because I'm still like, it could be, what's her name? Wait, well, one by one he stole her heart, using her right from the start, corrupting them for his gain. So it's like, what's the bitch that tricked us?
Ubterna.
Upturna. This isn't just talking about Upturna.
The thing is like he said one by one he stole their heart using her right from the start. What there is a female character that got used by a male character and betrayed. So the only reason why I don't think it's Upturna is just because like Upturna sounds like somebody who the goddess of like lies would know if someone was lying or being deceitful, and would be the one doing the deceiving, I guess, in my mind.
Hey Zeke, can you read the second paragraph for me?
But that's the problem, though. It like told.
Can I read what?
The second paragraph of the one who lied, the second stanza. Can you go ahead and read that out loud for the class?
The only man who had her heart, he held a lie right from the start. He was not there to help or host. Above all, power he sought most. She would not see what lay inside. For his betrayal he did hide. A warning ignored for love pure. Entrance to the ring did ensure. Once the hidden secrets were shared, the trusting six were unprepared. The trap was set, he did not fret, his time could come soon. I do think that like Upturna could have been one of the like six who like allowed or maybe or something that like helped him uh like steal the golden power, right? Um but like when you go through the story of Cortana and Vavo and you see like
Well, even in the story of Cortana and Vavo, like they talk about Cortana being someone who could see people's intentions a bit, right? So that also makes sense for it to be. I forgot her name again. Let me write this down really quick so I can look at it in this section. Upturna. That makes sense that it could be Upturna because of what you just said. They would be able to see. She would be able to see those lies and intentions and stuff like that. And in this guy's head, she couldn't see any lies. She couldn't see ill intention. She just saw his love for her, that because he was hiding his intentions.
So where did you see
and
that?
Then he still brought her with her.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Ryan, you finish.
Oh, so like, I forgot where I was, but so it seems like she could have been almost good, right? And then once this happened, he tricked her. She still loves him. His love for her feigned, but he uses her and her abilities to help corrupt others.
You think that Vavo used his ability to see if people were lying to deceive them all to steal the golden power and then betrayed her and left her?
Well, no, he used her to get into the ring.
Yeah.
In the first place because she trusted him and all of the other people saw her as this person who can see people's intentions, so they know to trust her to bring him into it, and that was his way into that position in the first place, to be able to be in place for this and do what he did. Do we know, was there a finish to that story? Like, did Cortana not end up with him in the end of the story? She was there. She said she saw him. He was not there all of a sudden.
Right. So
she loved him.
So
she could have found her way there still.
So
I don't know.
Earlier you said something to the effect of Cortana had the ability to see if people were like lying and could like see their true intentions.
Yeah.
Where did you see that? I think I missed that.
Pretty sure I saw that. Let me pull it back up. I don't remember, so I gotta read through this, yeah. Oh, wait, no, it's the first fucking paragraph of The One Who Lied.
Right. So there once was one pure of heart who tried to help from the start. She could look into the mind to find the evil that lurked inside. Kept the order free from imposter. We don't know that that's Cortana.
Okay.
I could see the case for that being Upturner though.
Okay, so yeah, that still might not be Cortana, but it could be. Okay. I see that, I guess.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if it's like for sure, but the other two questions, and I don't think we're gonna find the answer in the next 5 minutes for either one of them. The first question. Say we're able to somehow get the golden power. The fuck are we gonna do with it? Just eventually we need to think about that. Cause like probably would be best just like destroyed. Don't know what that would do to the world if we destroyed it. Don't know how those things work. Second question. When we went through our time skip, Alphonse said, one day in the future you're gonna have a question for me, and when you ask, the answer will be within these boxes, right? What is the question? That one I think is more pressing.
Yeah, that definitely is the question. And I feel like these words should help us figure out what the question is.
Yeah, speaking of the words, have you guys figured out what the words even are? You've got most of them, I think, right?
What do you mean we got most of them? That mean we fucking one of the words is not right that we're figuring out here.
That's
Well, maybe. I don't know. You tell me. What have you guys figured out?
I instantly got upset. Well, once I did it, I have tried to look at other words, and like once I saw resides could be desires, I looked at other words, and I was like mirrors. I don't know what else. 3 R's. What else could that be? I looked at place. Or that's wisdom. Maybe wisdom's isn't. What else could that be? Then?
Sodoms. No, I can't.
I couldn't find any other words that mirrors could be. And I feel pretty good about Fae and In.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about those too.
Place.
Wait, you sure it's not knee?
It could be knee.
Could
Nights you say knee.
Die. I don't know how to.
Yeah, I think place just is that. I think it's just place.
Is there another word that resides or desires could be?
At first, I thought duress could be one, but that's Duress.
Wait, that's how you spell duress?
I'm
The coloration could be a complete misdirection, and it could be just reindeers.
Oh god, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
I think you can spell reindeers. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Luke, what'd you have?
I don't know. I was just going to mention that. I thought mine would be resides, but I completely forgot that, and you brought this up. It could be potentially desire. So
Yeah.
I, for some reason, only thought, oh yeah, resides. And then desires is another one.
And again, it says, from the Archfey of Ingenuity, a gift to guide your quest. In unity lies strength, wisdom in the test. Solve the mystery within and let your journeys blend, for only together you will find the journey's end. So, to me, I mean, I think the mirrors throws me off. I think
Pretty sure we got the words.
I think my two favorites are Raven
word generator.
Raven resides
No, that's cheating, Ryan.
in Fey Wisdom's Mirror's place, where Wisdom's has like a possessive S. The other one that I like is Place Desires in Fey Wisdom's Mirrors.
What about Raven Ears Fey Wisdoms? Like she's the direct reflection of all the Fey Wisdoms.
Say that again?
And then Playsan.
That's probably it. Oh yeah, I don't have Raven in that one. Yeah, I have no idea.
See, I don't even know if it's supposed to make like a complete sentence or something.
Hey,
Hard part.
can I just give you one little nugget?
Yes.
It was very difficult for me to get words that fit in 45 characters or less that made sense. That could be then split up into 3 that are only 15. So
yeah,
take some liberty with the meaning.
I think
this was very difficult.
I think that we got to read it like shorthand.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, my thought is what happens when, can we as players confirm these letters by solving them in game? What happens when we put
Fey Wisdom's Place Raven in Mirrors?
Fey Wisdom's
Place Raven in Mirrors.
In Mirrors.
All right, can I give you one? I'll give you guys one hint. All right,
that was it.
One hint.
No, you're giving me a hint afterward, which blatantly means it wasn't it.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys a hint. Ready? I mean, you probably have. You've said every fucking combination of the words so far, so you probably said it. The word the words that are in your respective tablets, they're gonna stay next to each other, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes it.
I'm gonna cut the search space down for you a bit.
Oh.
Like, don't fucking put
Okay.
place and wisdoms separate, like not next to each other.
I didn't think of that. The only thing I thought was color.
Yeah, I know.
Oriented.
That's why I was like, see,
And then there was color things where I was like, okay, maybe blue I can only use once, but then red I maybe can use twice. But
see,
then
you know what's
green
really funny? I was telling Chris about this puzzle as I was designing it, and he's like, oh, "That's gonna be way too easy." And I was like, "You don't understand. I'm gonna put a little
Yeah.
trail, and they're gonna overanalyze."
Okay, so
remember the
beautiful.
calendar puzzles?
Yeah, exactly that. Okay, sorry. Carry on.
so we have wisdom's place, Fey in mirrors, and what was the last one?
There's Raven Desires, Place Wisdoms, Mirrors, and Fae.
Okay. So it could be Raven resides, Fey mirrors in Wisdom's place, or place was I don't know.
I guess that could be it, because like Wisdom's, the way it's written, could be considered a place because Wisdom's in that manner means like a collection. So maybe the Fae have maybe there's a Fae library where all their wisdoms.
That very well could be.
So, gentlemen,
Yes, sir.
what do you want to do? You want to keep chit chatting? You want to
That's
hop
crazy.
in? You want to hop out?
I'm not any closer to figuring out that
That's
because
fine.
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure I've done the comedy.
We can always hop in, do a little bit of chit chatting, hop back out, like.
True.
Because here's the thing: you guys are in sanctuary, baby. Time doesn't really mean things here, if you know what I mean.
Place wisdoms in Fae. Raven desires mirrors.
What happens if the spots we already have it are already correct?
Wait, I
So-
fucking just mixed it up. I just did what you said not to do.
I know. I wasn't gonna say anything. I wasn't gonna say anything because, like,
Please.
honestly,
Wisdom's place
You're an
being
adult.
a library. Fae mirrors means
It's so hard.
just the existence of Fae. And then Raven desires or resides. That the Raven resides means that within the Wisdom's place resides the Raven, which means potentially the information that we need to know about it, the Raven Queen, or the Raven desires, is that within this we could learn something about the specific ravens. We could learn about certain desires. We could learn something about the raven, that what it wants.
Can we assume like what Zeke is doing right now?
Hmm.
The way
What?
wisdom's right there.
you can
Should
assume
we
whatever you
not
want.
assume that?
So-
it's like
I think Here's my theory. This may be a stretch. I put it in the chat the other day. If I may be overanalyzing, but the artifact seal was on the boxes that Craig sent us. If when we talk to Alphonse and we get the boxes from him, if they have the artifact seal on them, then we know that he shares knowledge with the Raven Queen. And if he shares knowledge with the Raven Queen, he must know the Raven Queen. And then my thought is that this dude was like in a protective sanctuary of his own that was like his whole workshop inside a crystal that could keep safe from a giant dragon, right? So it was like pretty damn strong. Who better would be equipped to protect the Raven Queen, who could potentially be the biggest threat to Vavo, right, than Alphonse? So what I want to know is there in Alphonse's workshop some sort of portal to a mirror dimension where she is being kept safe? Boom, that's my theory.
So also, you each got a specific phrase, right?
I didn't check that.
No, like
On the box?
let me rephrase that. I sent each of those to who I sent them to on purpose.
Oh. Well, that
Jesus. Okay, I got
confuses
real
me.
quick, but I need to think about this.
Well,
while
there's
you're
also
waiting.
there's also this point of it too, because I'm a seer, right?
Yeah.
I'm just putting out facts of like the
And I'm a-
differences in our characters. Of
And I'm a
why,
seeker.
You know,
I thought you were the savant,
I'm the savant.
and Ryan was
Al-
the seeker.
Alphonse called me a seeker of knowledge, which is why I...
wait, I'm a seeker.
I can't remember. You know, I have these written down
I'm
somewhere.
pretty sure I'm the seer because like I was with what's her name who was also a seer.
All right. You know, here's the thing. This is one of the few things I don't really have written down, even though I have it in my brain, and that's really bad. Because things like this happen where I question what I say.
And what you did?
Yeah, you
So,
know
like,
what I'm
you got
like.
it
Did I
right,
do
right?
that?
So
'Cause I am the seer.
when
Let me double. Yeah, you know
Philo-
what? Just keep talking, you guys. Yeah.
when you threw a javelin at Zegmota and looked at the crystal, you heard the word seeker. I have that written as a note.
See?
I also have it written as a note that Alphonse the Ingenious recognized Torek as another seeker of knowledge.
What do you mean seek, Craig? He's the seeker.
Right back.
You stop talking right now, Craig. You like see what you see? You thought you were talking about me.
See, I'm being Tavi right now. All right.
I fucking have visions of the future and shit. Remember my dreams?
Oh, I know that. I just also remember Merrick had a fancy eye.
Yeah.
That's true.
It. That's how I'm confusing myself.
That's true.
So what was Merrick again?
He was a bard.
But he
Oh,
was like
correct.
a saint,
Slash.
right?
I have Philo as the seer. I have that written down.
I know.
I also have Torek as the savant. That's written down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that makes it because Merrick was the seeker.
Yes.
And what does the seeker mean?
He's dead.
Oh.
To all
Or
of
is
us.
he?
I don't know. He's dead. He's dead to you guys.
I was thinking like a seeker reborn type shit, you know?
Yeah, right. He's like a fallen angel or some shit now.
No, I was thinking Luke being the.
Oh, right. No, Luke is the song.
Oh. Fucking spoiler alert, dude.
Well, you know. I get to part the kimono a little bit every now and then. I wasn't sure, but now I am sure. I found where it was written.
Your place wisdoms. It makes me think I saw some, but I haven't had a future dream and fucking. I think since I saw the bull guy since I gonna fight. What's his name? That might not be related.
So shall we hop in character and talk to some folks in the sanctuary?
Yeah, if you want to like hop in character, talk some details, and then like talk over those answers, like out of character, like that's what I'm saying. Like you could just hop in and out of dialogue whenever you
Yeah.
guys want to, because like the way I imagined it is like you guys are gonna rest for a little bit. Some time is passing. You're not just like chilling with them the whole time. You're like actually spending some time to like chill the fuck out now for a little bit, because now kind of actually yeah. Let me excuse me.
Play us in, will you?
Oh yeah. So, now that you guys have been here for a little bit of time, Lutera and Masag have really built out the place a little bit better than since the last time you were here. It looks less like they are just barely managing to survive, and more like they've finally found their footing and are able to have a safe haven without worrying about ill-fated things happening to them. And now even more so since their brilliant brother is here. He immediately got to work firing up some sort of, it looks like, you guys ever play StarCraft?
No.
No, none of you play StarCraft? Great. Then this is going to fall on deaf ears. It's like a pylon created by the Protoss. A few of them floating around the island that have, what he says to all of you, projects some sort of astral plane field to make it look like this is actually a realm of the dead or something. You did do, I don't know. It went over your head, but all you know now is you guys, the Archfey, have to expend less power to stay hidden, and they can focus now more on other tasks, such as chit-chatting with you guys. Alphonse has gone and built a full... He's brought, actually, as you realized, his full laboratory here, because Torque, that place you went into, was in fact his laboratory. It wasn't just a vision. He had it inside the little area he was the whole time.
The crystal.
Yeah, it was sort of a pocket dimension. He ingeniously combined two spells together to be able to shove a pocket dimension inside another pocket dimension, making it nearly impenetrable.
Interesting.
You normally get that's normally a shortcut to the astral plane, but the way he did it is he inverted the second plane, so they, instead of attracting and imploding, they kind of put a really strong barrier in between, you know?
He reversed the polarity.
How's that for you? Is that
Good
tickling tickling your fancy?
It really did. It really did.
Oh God, it's so fun to speak bullshit when I have to speak not bullshit all day. All right. So, you guys are all hanging out. You're having a good meal.
So what do the phase look like?
So, think like the most. So, you know how there's like different.
Shit.
No, they. So Lutera and Masag are like the elviest elves you've ever seen. Like the most purebred, like feral kind of, almost feral looking elves. Alphonse is like the gnomiest gnome you've ever seen. If I'm describing it right. Does that make sense?
So they're like short.
Well, Lutera and Masag are quite tall. They're like 6 something because they're elves.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Alphonse is quite short.
What's the food like?
What's your favorite food?
White rice.
They got it.
Oh.
Like an
Is there-
endless bowl.
Oh my goodness. It sounds like heaven.
It's sanctuary.
How did we get to Sanctuary again? Or did we just skip that and just
Lutera and Masag yoinked you in, or was it they yoinked you in, or Alphonse did something? I kind of hand waved over it.
They opened up a portal and they said, "Quick, grab him and come in."
Yep, that's
And they
it.
grabbed it and jumped in.
And they explained to you they had been listening and waiting to hear from him, and once they finally felt his essence again, they leaped on the chance, and well, they saw you there, so figured that was good stuff and pulled you along.
you know, where I'm from, you don't even got food like this. The best food I've ever eaten. Every morsel of food feels like it's another rainbow in my mouth. My compliments to the chef.
You look over at the chef bot that's been cooking all day relentlessly for you, and it bows and says, "Thank you for the compliments." Oh, Ryan, that's the one where he boops you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, these are going out. We're gonna real quick. So I was mistaken about the last fear vision I saw. It was me just waking up in an open field, beautiful view. Second take, I look around. Bravo's just in my face, smiling right at me. Then I wake up. That was the most recent vision.
I'm pretty sure he booped you on the nose.
Did he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong again. I mean, you have it written down.
I don't
so
remember
that's
the
more
boop.
right.
I feel like I would have
Yeah.
wrote down a boop.
Maybe it was just one of those shower thoughts I've been
boop
having.
is pretty funny.
Yeah, that's because I was like, it's one of those things that's kind of terrifying in a sense when it's
yeah.
a serial killer just goes boop.
Him
And
just
then you wake
standing
up.
there in my face smiling is pretty terrifying too.
Yeah, so let's go. Yeah, he booped you.
Huh.
And that's what made you wake up to boop. So, I heard you all have questions.
Yeah, you could say that. I think we have a few.
Well,
I mean, first of all, welcome back.
well, thank you. Thank you for rescuing me. I don't believe I've said it properly, but I do appreciate it. I was in a little bit of a pickle, even though I didn't want to admit it. I kind of started to just distract myself instead of finding a real solution because, well, I had found none.
A little, yeah, dude. How long were you there?
He looks over at Luterum Masag, and they just kind of shrug their shoulders. And he looks back, and he just kind of shrugs his shoulders. He says, "A while?
Okay. Do you
Since
know?
right when about the fall? Yeah, I guess about the bad times. When the bad times happened.
Huh?
You were going to say something. What were you going to say?
Yeah, the dragon was there. Do you know him?
I've known a few dragons in my life. How large was he? Was he the size of like a castle or a mountain?
Nope, not quite that big.
He's probably too young for me then. No, I might not know him. I might have known his grandfather. Maybe.
Wow. Okay.
Assuming dragons age at the same rate, right? That hasn't changed. He looks over at Lutera Masai again, and they shake their head no. Okay, yes. No, I would not have known him.
How did you? don't know how long, but do you recall how it all happened? How you got trapped?
Oh, I did it. It wasn't a trap. It was a defense mechanism. I put myself in there.
Oh, was that in defense against Favo?
Yes, yes, it was. He almost got me too. I suppose you want to hear the story about that, huh?
Be great to hear. I mean, I'm sure you know. I don't know if Lutera and Masag have informed you, but what's going on currently. But we encountered him, and
Oh, they've caught me up. We're all
'cause
caught up.
obviously
We've all caught up.
you
I'd,
having to hide from him. We weren't quite a match when we met him. Didn't go great for us. But we'd love to hear your story.
and and I'd like to understand a little bit of how you locked yourself away. Um, Fortifications like that might be useful in the future.
Well, you see, the trick is it's actually not too hard. It's you got to have a little bit of firepower behind it though to be able to pull it off. Yeah, I did, Luke. I copied. Maybe I don't know. You know, stop telling me how to computer.
Just do better, Craig.
Yeah, just
There
be
you go.
better. Okay. All right, I'm about to be Basil exposition for you guys, or I guess Alphonse exposition. Sorry, where was I? I got sidetracked with trying to fucking look up how to do a GIF.
You were gonna tell us a story of how Vavo came and he encased himself
Oh,
to protect himself.
All right, let me take you back to a time when the land was young and the Archfey were not yet touched by the shadow of betrayal. There was harmony among us, you know. Magic ran freely as the rivers through the meadows. The six of us, we guided what we could do, and I believe we created good work. We did great things. It all started, well, I'll tell you who it all started with. It was Vavo, while yes, he was the one that did get us in the end, Upturna was the way in. She was one among us. She was fair and gentle. She had the ability, the natural ability, to peer into the very souls of beings. Able to see their very minds and see what they wanted in their hearts. Her gift was as precious as it was unique. She helped keep the balance and the harmony between us all, and we, the six, kept her counsel close and valued her wisdom. We did trust her. We did believe her as a great ally, I would have you know. But fate has a way of twisting the paths we walk. Vavo came to us, and while we did not know at the time he wasn't a Fae like the rest of us, we thought he was. He had ambition, he had cunning, and Set took a liking to him. His arrival here was unexpected, but, you know, he did adapt quickly to us. He sought our counsel, speaking of noble intentions and dreams for unity between realms, and Lobturna was just enchanted by him. He spoke with such a silver tongue, and she was swayed by his promises. And that's how he got to us. Through her. His heart was dark, filled with insatiable greed for power. Though he twisted manipulated his... Sorry, I lost the voice there for a second. I had to tune my voice-o-tron back. Though, through his twisted manipulations and the knowledge he gained from Eterna, he found a way to corrupt our Duoderth, and through them us. Set, Alado, and Sigdrasil, well, they fell under his thrall first. Their once noble hearts turned cruel and twisted. I did sense something was amiss with my own Aetherforge, but I could not understand what was going on at the time. That's when she came over. Our little raven. As Lutera and Masag introduced her to me. She was wise. She is strong. She's something else, something unique. She sought to understand the shifting tides of power in the realms and the worlds. She knew something was amiss here. And she did offer her aid, but by then, alas, much was already lost. Lutera and Masag, without doing death of their own, they escaped Vavo's darkness. They went off to hide on their own. I'm sure you already know what happened to them. I was up on top of the mountains. I always get my best, clearest thoughts there. When I was attacked, and my seals and wards, they fired off and sealed me inside of there. And that's pretty much where I was since. I'm sure I've created more questions than answers, I'm sure.
So you said the raven came and
Yes, our little raven.
many ideas on and curiosities around the shifts of power, and we understand that she had a great deal of knowledge and participation in the artifact seal.
Oh, I helped her design that, yes. It was a brilliant idea to save off her own world from ours being fallen into darkness. Yeah. It's fantastic.
And why did she want to help?
Well,
How did Lutera and Mestag come to find her, and why did she want to help your cause?
Masag lifts her head up and speaks. Because she prayed to me, and I heard her call. Back before our worlds were sealed off from each other, that's how it worked.
So, how much time passed between the making of the artifact seal and Alphonse when you were attacked?
Not long. Not long at all. Like days? It's honestly quite a, we got quite lucky there on the timing.
We encountered Upturna as well.
He, gets a very mean, stinky look on his face. She's still with him then, huh?
Yes, can I ask, how long have all of you known the Raven Queen? You know her when she was a child, where she was born? I would think you are older than her, yes?
I mean, the Raven Queen is just an elf. As far as I know, a really long-lived elf. Strangely long-lived.
When we
Is that
our
your doing?
first meeting
not
with
my
Upturna,
Yes.
he was disguised as the Raven Queen.
Hmm.
And he brought us into a trap. I this is it possible that Upturna is actually the Raven Queen?
No.
You're just saying no?
He is saying no.
Oh, he's saying no.
He said no. Sorry, that wasn't with an accent. No.
How do you know this?
Because I've seen them fight each other.
Oh. Okay.
No, like, listen. I know you got burnt by somebody that was pretending to be someone cool, but like the Raven Queen, she's on our side, dog. We would honestly be probably fucked if it wasn't for her. Baba would have gotten over into your guys' side a long time ago.
So do you know where she is now?
Yes and no.
Would
Then
you care to elaborate?
I would not care to elaborate. No, because I cannot elaborate. He looks then at you, Torek. Torek, how studied are you in the arts of I guess what do you people call it? Artificing?
I would say rather experienced.
Okay, good. So then you know the idea of entropy, right? Yes?
The idea of what?
Entropy?
Yes.
Right. So, okay. You can figure out most things, but like there's always a little bit that you can't figure out, right?
Yep.
So, what if I told you that's the secret to the universe? Right? Sounds crazy, huh?
The secret to understanding the universe is not understanding it.
There's a point to this. Wait a second. Hold on. You're almost there. He looks at it. He's
So
get this.
roll it back for me.
Okay. I can not tell you. I do not know where she is. I can, however, create something for you that can amplify the natural entropy in the known universe to be able for you to get the answer. Do you understand?
Yes, I think I understand.
Because otherwise that I could just figure it out to tell you, but I cannot figure it out, so then I must go to this. And then he pulls out 3 boxes. It says, when the time has come, these will reveal the answer to you. And he hands them to the 3 of you.
My eyes dazzle, sparkle with excitement. Torek immediately sits to the ground and begins to fidget with the box.
All right. Are there any questions anybody else wanted to ask in this short thing before you guys break off and chit-chat?
Yes, I had a couple more questions.
Sure.
So, you say that Set and Sigdrasil were the first to fall under Vavo's influence.
And with Olato shortly after.
Ah.
But Set was the first.
So, let me ask you this. Have you tried to defeat him before? All of you, the Order. I mean, or did you just try to lock him away?
Well, here's the thing. Before we knew what was before me, Lutera and Masag realized what was happening, it was already too late. Those three were already gone by the time we knew what was happening, and I would have been gone too if I didn't think something was broken with either forge. But if I had been around it for much longer, no, I would have been right under his trap too.
Question to intercept. That that knows of my existence, and he's already tried to. How powerful? He's your brother, yes?
Yeah, yes.
He knows of me, and he's seen me in a vision, and he's tried to kill me a couple times already.
Nice. And you're still here to tell the tale?
Yeah. Do you?
Fucking awesome. He puts a high five. He puts a hand up to high five you.
I high five him back.
Cool. Keep doing that, please.
I want to keep. Yeah, I want to live, but like, do you know maybe a way I can block? Or you're gonna say kill him, right?
No, don't kill my brother.
A way to stop him from trying to kill me?
Here's the thing with him. Even if you did kill him, he'd be back in a little bit anyway.
How can I to stop him from trying to kill me? So get the corruption away, and he's not a. Okay.
Well, no, I can work on this. This is a thing I can work on.
You can help with this?
I could try. Yo, so like...
He put me in a very dark place before. I almost killed my friend Torek here.
Yeah, So have you ever... you probably guys don't have interdimensional cable where you're from, right? Torek, have you invented that yet?
Afraid not.
Yeah, so there's like this show that I've watched sometimes. It's like called X-Men, I think. So like this guy, Magneto, makes a headset thing. So like this brain control guy can't get him. I could try and make you something like that.
That would be amazing.
Cool.
Anything. I don't want to hurt my friends.
No, I don't want you to hurt your friends either. That's why we're here.
So, what do you know of the city on the top of Cheradon Forest?
To be honest, I don't know much about your guys' side. It was sealed off for, I mean, it wasn't sealed off for a long time while I was alive, but, like, there's just not that much magic over there compared to over here. It's just so much easier to work on this side. Well, that side.
Let me maybe ask a different question.
Yeah.
Which one of your cohorts' assistants would benefit us the most in our goal?
Excuse me?
Like, so we've been able to, like, now free you and Lutera and Mazag. In your opinion, if we are to try to go after Vavo, do we need the support of Olato, Sigdrasil, or Set?
Well, I mean, it's sure as hell gonna help for them to be fighting on our side versus fighting against them, you know?
Do you know where any of them are?
I have a good guess as to where two of them may be.
And which two might that be?
Oh, Olato and Siggy. So,
So,
Olato, he's in the fungal forest, and the last time I talked to him, when he was going crazy, he kept making more and more fearsome and terrible beasts to try and fight. Like, so he was just making them, he was like grabbing pieces from different types of animals, shoving them together, and then like making them breed and then kill each other until only like super hyper violent ones existed, and then he would just go fight them. And of course he would just destroy all of them, but like he just kept doing that. And I was like, something's a little crazy with you. I should have put like 3 and 3 together once I saw all of them acting crazy, but that's what he was doing. So he's probably up there still doing that.
and where is this fungal forest?
In the northwest of the Feywild. Look, there's like a big mountain pass that tends to block it off for the rest of the continent. It's really nice. But like that's where I would guess he is. He really doesn't. That's what he was doing. However long ago it was.
And Siggy?
Yeah. Oh, she was having like a falling out with her boy toy at the time. They were like really going at it.
And do you have a last known look?
Yeah, they were fighting. Where was it again? Do you remember where they were fighting at Terra? So they were fighting. I don't know the name of this place off the top of my head, and I have to come up with a good name. Her boy toy is Fae of the Sea. And they were having a fight. Hold on, actually, I might have this. Let me look. Please hold. But yeah, he told you where they were having a fight, and that's where they are in the southeast of the Feywild, very southern eastmost tip.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a name, so come up with one if you want.
I believe that I only have one more question, and that is specifically for Lutera and Masag. And Tork walks over to them and just sort of quietly mumbles to them, "How's the foot?"
You mean how's Lil T? And they from inside the kitchen comes out a small golden Toric.
Oh no!
And he just wordlessly walks up. He's about 2 feet tall. Right, you're like 3 feet tall.
Yes.
He just like salutes. It goes back to the kitchen.
Does he have both of his legs?
Oh, he's a full golden Toric.
Does Philo see this?
Oh yeah, everybody saw it.
Philo fucking jumps up from the table and is just laughing her ass off.
Tork.
And immediately runs up to little Toric and tries to just pick him up.
He weighs okay so much.
2 feet of gold. I don't know if she can lift that.
2 feet of gold? Yeah.
I've lifted way more.
You have okay, fair. You have, but like it's funnier if you can't.
Okay.
It's like no, you
It's
do
like
it, but
metal.
like you struggle to pick him up.
As soon as I get him up, I go, Toric, can you feel this? Do you feel what I'm doing?
No, Toric doesn't. Toric doesn't feel that anymore.
They
I did the math online. 2 cubic feet of gold weighs 2,400 pounds.
Good lord.
I think I can still lift that.
Half that could you pick up 1,000 pounds?
What is it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can.
What's that? That's the 5e strength calculator.
Because remember, mine is also double.
Oh,
that,
right,
too.
because you're fucking crazy. PC can lift 30 times their strength score.
This is also considering if we're thinking that this is pure 24 karat gold.
Oh, it absolutely is.
It's what times?
30 times your strength score.
1 cubic foot of gold is 1,200 pounds. If that makes it any easier.
30 times. So 30 times 20, 600, 1,200. How much did you say it was?
1,200 pounds.
I can lift 1,200.
Yeah, that's what I said. You could barely. You're like,
Barely.
you're like doing all your weight. You're like trying not to flex everything, but yeah, you pick them up. No one else. Well, Torque could because Torque's stronger than me, right?
No, because he doesn't have the bear thing where he can do double.
That's it. There you go. Cool. So yeah, that's where
Hey,
your little guy is. Now I think you
I do have a question.
yes.
You know, I am so grateful for this opportunity that you guys have given us. But I do have a question for all of y'all. I want to know if you guys have anything laying around, maybe some magical items or anything that, could try to enhance our experience in trying to explore the world. I don't mean to take your generosity for granted, but I would very, very dearly appreciate this if you'd be able to lend us anything, whether it be some kind of armor or anything that you could give me. And I'm gonna cast okay, I can say this.
You're still a lizard, by the way. But continue.
Oh wait, fuck! I'm still a lizard. I thought I got over this.
So like after that, what you just said right there, Lutera walks over to the main tree in Sanctuary, plucks a fruit from it, and hands it to you. It's a peach.
Wait, sorry. What?
I look at her with this fruit in my hand. Okay, so this ain't gonna be any evil gnome kind of fruit or anything. I'm sorry, I've heard a lot of stories travel around.
You'll have to eat it and find out then. Have a little faith.
I start giggling as I go to eat it, but it's as I'm giggling, my tongue is kind of flicking up and down like. And you said this is like an apple. Like, what are we talking about?
Peach.
Like, where's peach? Oh,
Peach.
so I can eat the full thing.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I start nibbling on it one by one, bite by bite, and finish the whole thing.
Oh, it's so juicy. And by the time you're done eating, you're a real boy again.
Oh my goodness, guys! No scales. I can say my S's now. Sally sells seashells at the seashore. Oh my goodness, guys. This is magnificent. But I do have an itch on my eye. I wish I could, kind of itch right now.
Could lick real quick.
Yeah, but, no tongue powers. Thank you so much for your generosity. I really appreciate it. Your generosity will never be taken for granted. And I cast Prestidigitation, and in my hand, I make a nice little symbol that says, wait, first I have to make sure I can do this. Create or illusionary image that fits in your hand, and it just is like little fireworks popping out that spell thank you.
And then Lutera waves, she like nods and then waves her hand, and then flowers appear at your feet that spell out you're welcome.
You single by chance?
She leans very close to you and whispers in your ear, my sister would kill you. And walks away.
Well, we we've been known to get in a little bit of sticky situations. Am I right, guys? It's
Something's really itchy in your ear.
what's itchy in my ear?
You go to itch it, and like a plant, like a tree that was starting to sprout, falls out of it.
Like, did my ear expand?
No, it was
Well,
just it. No, it was just real itchy, and then the moment you took it out, that's when it started to expand.
Like a magician.
Yeah.
Ah. I'm gonna get very intimidated and like thank you so much for your generosity.
Have a fear boner going on there? Or
yeah,
what's
a
going
little bit.
on?
Okay, BLO. I don't think I've ever been more interested in a girl and more scared at the same time.
Hey,
Just,
I just want you to think about you're a little out of your league.
you think I should take a chance? Do you think
No,
she's got like a
I-
messenger pigeon, maybe?
I can't see a way that this works out for you.
Torque, what's your gnomish wisdom here? Well, how do you think this could work?
We just got the boxes.
Listen, even if it works out, she's gonna be bored of you in like a week. And then what turns out? What happens to you then?
She's never seen me and the Beatles perform, let me tell you. If she saw me perform, she would love it.
I reach into my pouch and produce two things. One is a fist-sized dark blue orb with radiating coolness that we extracted from the Remoraz,
Mmm.
and I give it to Angus, and also a single feather.
Wait,
This is
what,
the
what do you-
feather of tickling. Two things from my inventory. I said, "Here you go, pal. Now you got something."
what did I just receive? I'm sorry.
The feather of tickling.
Okay.
And a dark blue orb that's the size of a fist, radiates with coolness, and extracted from a Remoraz.
And Philo sees this happen and immediately turns inside out and winks at Torque and says,
Actually, I think I see her checking you out. You should make a move.
Checking Torek out or checking me out?
"You out."
Oh yeah. Wait. First, then I don't know what the dark Torque. I don't know what this blue orb is. Like, is it evil? Is it good? Is it just neither? Is it...
Listen, all I know is that we harvested it from a Remoraz, and it hasn't blown up in my pocket. But it's cool to the touch.
Whoa! Get out of here! Get out of my head, Zeke!
Yo, nice.
No.
Got him.
They say I'm so cool that I shit this little orb out as I show her the orb.
You walk up to her and just show her the orb and lay that line on her?
Yeah, why not? I'll be
Cool.
direct.
Yeah,
when you show her, tickle her. Give her a little tickle.
she goes to reach out and touch and grab the orb from your hand, and as you do, can you roll me a perception check really quick?
Perception, persuasion.
Actually, no. Instead of a perception check, how about we do this instead? I want you to roll a charisma saving throw to see if you're not just charmed by her and enamored by her to notice what's going on.
Technically, I have advantage on charm saves
Sweet.
for counter charm.
Yeah.
So
Let's do it.
charisma
Charisma
advantage.
saving throw. Yeah, advantage. Let's do
I
it.
don't know. It seems like you're willingly trying to be charmed.
Yeah, do you will 22? Okay. Yeah. You notice something tickling like your ankles a little. As you're like reaching to give her the orb and she's reaching out to take it from you.
I look down and I see what's tickling my legs.
I don't know. It looks like you're standing in grass.
She's tickling me. She trying to seduce me?
Roll a. I don't know. What would I? Is she trying to? She looks like she's trying to put the moves on you.
Am I able to procreate with her?
I don't know if I would be able to answer that question. And secondly, has that ever stopped anybody before?
Well, she might not be the one you want to be looking at after the warning she gave you.
She like takes a step back and like curls her finger.
Like curling her finger
Like,
as
come
in-
here. Yeah. She takes like she's like walking backwards slowly. Beckoning.
Where's
you.
she? Where is she? Like backing up?
You know, wherever. A few steps away from you.
I'm trying to evaluate this. Do I want to die? Do I not want to die?
So you may already be past that.
I
This
may
mo-
already.
This may be like a how will you die?
Am I able to disengage completely?
What do you want to do? You want to walk away?
Well, I don't want to die. That's for sure.
Yeah, so you want to walk away? You failed. You succeeded on the charisma saving check, so you're not enthralled by her charms, even though you were
Okay.
trying to put the charm on yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna look back at Torek and Philo and give them like the thumbs up, thumbs down, and kind of try to gauge their interest on what I'm trying to do.
Philo.
How much
has
money
her
have you
thumb
two put
to
each
the
other
s-
on
Philo
it?
has the thumb on the side, and she looks at. Wait, which one are you hitting on? Masaga or Lutera?
Wait, are they both girls? I thought there was only one girl.
They are both girls.
Girl. Because whatever, Philo looks at the opposite one's face that he's hitting.
Is it just quiet?
Does her face indicate anything?
You cannot. The face is
Not the one he's hitting on. The
Yeah.
other one.
Masaga is like doing her own thing. She has no time for these shenanigans.
I'm gonna thumbs down it.
Okay, I look at Torek as the last saving one.
I give like a shaky thumbs up and say, "Follow your heart, kid."
Okay, after long deliberation, Angus decides to retreat afterwards.
Roll a dexterity
says-
saving throw.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Oof.
you fall flat on your face as you realize your legs have been entirely grabbed by vines, making it so you cannot move. And then she like starts laughing and giggling pretty good at you. She got you good.
Looks like I fell for you. I'll put them, and I do like prestidigitation again and like generate a little mini drum set in my hand and go ba-doom.
And yeah, she got a good giggle out of that. Releases your legs. Thinks you're funny. She keeps like trying to pull practical jokes on you this whole time now.
Oh.
Completely platonically though, to your frustration.
What was the one's name I was hitting on again?
Lutera.
There. You and me, we could have a good thing going, but you know, for right now, I think it better be off we just be friends. But I want to thank you for the gift again. Utmost generosity.
She floats over, gives you a kiss on the cheek.
I rub it and say, "I'll save this forever. Thank you so
I'll
much."
never
Luca."
wash my face again. All right.
And then I walk over to Torek and feel him whisper, "I'm in."
Yeah, I think you got this one secured. I think it's locked down. I'm sure it'll happen.
So, while this is going on, Torek has been looking at the box that Alphonse gave him.
Mm.
What does the box look like that's in my hands?
It's about, I'd say, 150 millimeters by like 200 millimeters, 250 millimeters roughly. It's black.
And does it have
Little-
letters jumbled on it?
It does. You can only see yours. When you look at the others, you see the inscription, but you don't see the letters.
Interesting.
And that goes for all of you. You can only see the one that was given to you.
So, I would like
Mm.
to try to solve mine.
What do you mean?
I would like to try to arrange the letters into a way that reads and makes sense.
All right, it takes you 27 minutes.
Okay. What happens when it
It's-
says Faye in mirrors?
Like, once you lined up, like, Faye, it started shimmering. Once you lined up in, it started shimmering. Once you lined up mirrors, it started shimmering. That's it.
Torek takes a stopwatch out of his pocket, clicks it, and goes, 27 minutes. Not bad.
Do we also be working on our puzzle at the same time?
You could take whatever time you want.
Philo is eating her food.
Yeah.
Just eating still. She burns a lot of fucking calories.
I imagine, like,
She's a
Goku.
big intake. Yeah,
Goku
she does
vibes.
a big intake. She's just meat, protein, just going to
Hauling
town.
whole hams into her mouth at once.
Yeah.
I could just imagine like cartoon kind of thing. Like for some reason, I'm imagining Patrick inhaling all those Krabby Patties.
yeah.
Here's my movement speed, my lifting. Do you know how much calories
Oh
I
my
fucking take?
God. It
Burn
takes him 1,000 calories to get out of bed.
So I'm gonna try to solve my puzzle too as well.
Yep.
I'm gonna spell Raven resides.
Cool. Raven lights up and shimmers. Resides, lights up and shimmers.
So it was resides. Nobody else can see it after I solve it, though.
I mean, yeah, no. Only you can see your own puzzle.
Okay, but it's shimmering.
Yeah, I mean, when you line those... when you arrange the letters in those words, they shimmer, yes.
After Philo's finishing her food, starting to get a little full, she just sees you two looking at these boxes. What are you looking at? What are you playing with? That doesn't look like... To me, here's my... Oh, there's letters on here. You guys see this?
I look over at his and say, yours looks blank. Not like mine. I mean, mine has letters, and I've already cracked mine.
Really? Yeah, I thought, Park, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were going a little bit crazy over there. You know, I saw you kind of jittering around with it, and just thought I should jitter around with mine. But I thought you were just kind of trying to figure out why yours had no letters while mine had letters.
No. Mine has letters. Yours doesn't. Mine says Faye in mirrors.
I kind of give him a little dumbfounded look. Mine says Raven resides.
Working on mine as she puts a piece of like the best flavored jerky she's ever had in her life. Chewing on their jerky. Figures out hers.
I'd like to cast Mage Hand and grab a piece of food and start feeding Philo so she can actually focus on her puzzle. And all she has to do is focus on actually just trying to eat. Or trying to, one, opening up her mouth and closing and chewing, obviously, and then also solving the puzzle. So it's basically like, king, queen kind of shit, like where people come over and feed you.
Wisdom's place? Place wisdoms? I don't know what this means. And does my box shimmer as well?
Sure do.
The Mage Hand brings over some beef jerky and kind of starts poking Philo in the face with it over and over again.
What? To me, mine says place wisdom. I don't see anything on your guys.
Mage Hand continues to poke her in the face until no.
Hey.
It's like Mr. Meeseeks.
What are these? Why am I seeing things that they're not seeing, and they're seeing things I'm not seeing?
As far as I can tell, the message is intended one recipient.
Hey, put yours with mine.
I place my box adjacent to his.
All right, so I'm gonna be a little straight with you guys now. It's a metaphorical inside the box.
It's a metaphor, what?
Metaphorical inside the box. I know you guys were talking before about what's in the box. Where was it?
No, I see
No,
what you mean.
I think I see what you mean, but I still want to like I'm putting ours together to like.
Yeah, you know what? How
our
about this?
words,
This
their
will be
words.
fun.
Maybe.
How about this?
The
When
message-
when they touch
the
when
message
the
is-
boxes are
words.
touching, when the boxes are touching,
That's what I was trying.
and
to get.
you're both touching the boxes, you could both see each other's box. You know?
Well, see, there you go.
Does that make sense? So, like, if all three of you box touch each other, like, you can all three see it and work on it together. But you all have to be touching it for it to work.
Man, oh man, do I love touching Philo's box as I kind of
And
space
that
away from
is
her.
the end of the session. No.
Philo just gives him this look.
I slowly start backing away while still touching it, but like not trying to obviously immediately get pummeled by her senseless, considering I just had a brush with a fey god.
And
Or
as
fey god, a
she's staring
powerful
at
fey.
him, she points at the fucking mage hand. And that's a beef jerky again.
The mage hand obliges and brings more beef jerky over.
Hey, alright. I think we need to put something together here. What was gonna happen? But
So,
although do we move out of character at this point?
Yeah,
now?
we can
Looking
go
at
in and out.
because
Yeah, we can go in and out of character.
Because now we
That's
got
fine.
these boxes, we got the words.
Yep. Also, is there
What are you
any
talking
questions you guys had or thoughts you had after the first conversation and the exposition with Alphonse? Anything that cleared up your stories? Anything you guys want to talk about? Was I not clear on anything?
So, I mean, I think there's a couple things that are a lot clearer, right? I think that we know now that the one who lied tells the story of how Vavo betrayed Obturna, right? And that he used her to deceive the others.
This. Does it?
I mean, yeah, he straight up said that Vavo betrayed the Order with Obturna's help because he had the ability to peer into the souls of beings, and Vavo exploited this to betray the Order. And that he deceived the Raven Queen.
But Upturn still by his side.
I think so. I think it's complicated. I think that she cares for him, but he used her, right? She's definitely still helping him. We experienced that firsthand. But he has no problem using her as an implement of his evil.
Definitely, because she went to these places and met these other Archfey and helped Bavo betray them, right?
Right.
I'm still confused where Cortana comes into it.
I think, Alphonse had this really interesting theory about locking something away, right? Like the way he locked himself away, and he helped lock away, Vavo and the Golden Power. My thought is, can we create a pocket dimension that can be sealed with something, where the like the artifact seal, right? If we did that again, but locked it with something that could be destroyed, we could effectively, lock away the Golden Power and throw away the key. We just need to separate it from Vavo.
A lot of my confusion comes between, like, still thinking Cortana is the Raven Queen. Like, she's an elf, yeah. But the Raven Queen sounds like a pretty fucking powerful being.
Right? It's so weird, isn't it?
So, like, where'd she get all this power?
Where'd she get the power from?
That's a really good question. The only thing I can think of,
Especially, like, sure, elves live a long time. Do they live fucking Archfey length of time?
but we know for a fact that Cortana channeled the Golden Power once, and she was able to use it. Maybe that changed her permanently.
Okay.
Right? She connected with a seemingly limitless source of power.
Maybe she still holds some of that power, and he doesn't even have the full power of the Golden Power because she still holds some of it.
Very well could be. Alphonse was not able to tell us why she, they just said she prayed to Lutera or Masag, whichever one it was.
It was Masag.
She prayed to Masag, right? And Masag answered. But, like, why did she just come out of the woodwork and want to help, right? There's got to be some motivation for her to help.
Do we know, like, I wonder what, I mean, it could be irrelevant, not important, but, like, what were her prayers to Masag?
Let's say you asked that, and Masag politely declined to answer the question, as she said, "Those are between me and the praise. Thank you. I won't go sharing your prayers with the world."
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That deity patient confidentiality.
Yeah, exactly. You go into a confession booth, that's between you and your God.
Yeah, there's got to be something there on that line of the Raven Queen of why
Why she prayed to the goddess of death?
No, if Cortana is the Raven Queen, something had to have happened. Make her the Raven Queen.
I'm a little bit confused as to what the Raven Queen entails.
So let me give you maybe a little nugget of insight as to why the Raven Queen even exists in the campaign in the first place.
Do that, and maybe if you could follow up with some background on like how she had disciples and stuff like that when you go into the
Well,
like,
yeah,
how
that's so
powerful
the whole
she
reason
is.
she is in the campaign is because one of our first initial party members, Daniel, was a Shatterkai elf, and then he was a disciple of the Raven Queen, basically. And during his mission, basically she was like a deity or whatever. During the mission, or during the campaign, he learned that she had gotten attacked and ambushed in her own domain, which should be impossible. And that was pretty much like, I think Daniel left shortly after that. But that's why, she's just she's a deity, man. Like at least that's what you have known, and this like in for the little bit that Philo may have known, and what Torek would kind of know. Torek and Angus would kind of know, I guess, through like folklore and stuff. She was like a goddess of death, like an agent of the goddess of death. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's where the whole tie to the Raven Queen comes from. What was his character's name?
Wasn't it Alpha?
No, that was Matt's character, who was a human, Alpha Chadsworth.
On Other.com.
Arun.
Yeah.
It was a room?
Rune was one of us.
Daniel.
Player character.
It was the Shatterkai.
No longer.
Arun of the Raven Court. Also, I believe there may have been something you missed during that little exposition I did. I put the term up there. I don't know if anybody saw it. I said it in chat a little earlier.
Yeah, I see that above.
Duodearth. Did any of you hear me say that?
Duodearth. No, I thought I heard the word like Aether Forge.
That is Alphonse's Duodearth.
That is Alphonse's Duodearth?
Yeah.
And is that the forge in which he creates things?
Well, that's a great question. You want to go into a little more exposition as to what mayhaps they are?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, we can do that.
So imagine like after some time, Torek has been sort of marinating on what he had to say and went back to Alphonse and said, "There's something that I don't still understand yet. This Aether Forge is a what now?"
It's a Duodearth.
Which is?
So he starts. He says, "Gather, take a seat. This is a little bit of a long one." And you guys prop up a seat. He conjures up
he swirls his hands around, and some images start to appear. He says, "Long ago, when the realms were young and the Archfey were newly born into their domains, there was a sense of unity among us. We each were a master of our domain, and we desired to protect and safeguard, from unknown threats. The mighty Titan, an ancient dragon whose scales shimmered like the cosmos, approached us with an offering of an alliance. Titan was a creature of immense power and wisdom, a guardian of the primordial energies that shaped the world. Him and I shared a vision, to create a set of tools that could harness the true essence of each Archfey, a crystallization of our virtues and domains. Thus the Duodeath were born. Forged in the heart of the stars, designed by my hand and imbued with the breath of Titan, each Duodeath was unique and tailored to its wielder." He pauses, and the images show the glorious Duodeath being handed to the Archfey. "Set wielded Pyre Shard, embroidering his valiant spirit and endless ambition. Olato bore Thornheart, linking him with the wilds and nature. Sigdrasil's was Flux Song, merging the beauty and power of the seasons. My own Aether Forge was an extension of my creativity and intellect." He glances over at Lutera and Masag and continues. "As the Archfey of life and death, respectively, they saw no need for Duodeath. They believed their cycle to be more powerful than anything else, and did not need such tools." Alphonse's takes it long. His gaze gets a little long and darkens a little bit. "But shadows crept into our unity. Vavo, with cunning and deceit, tricked Titan into forging him a Duodeath of his own, without the knowledge or approval of us in the council. Named Oroth Art Nur, it was in his possession that darkness twisted his heart. With his new-found might, he was able to betray us. He sought to bind and corrupt the very essence of the Duodeath for his twisted desires. That's when our unity shattered. The Duodeath meant to be our guardians, meant to help us forge the worlds we desired, but they became our bane. Lutera and I sought refuge. I sensed the corruption reaching in my own Duodeath, and I thought something was amuck with it, so I left it to go work on it, and well, then you know the rest of the story. That is how Vavo corrupted us. That is how Vavo corrupted Set, Olato, and Sigdrasil. Through the very tools that had their essence pure.
And it was his Duodeath that allowed him to do so?
He had one of his own. It's not entirely sure if that's what allowed him to do it or if he just used it to help him, but Obturna definitely is what, like, hey, helped him peer in and get the goods, you know?
Fair. And is there a way to destroy these items?
You are a quick one, aren't you? One other person asked me that before you. Do you know who?
Was it the Raven Queen?
You are quick, yes.
She was eager to see the end of Vavo just as we are.
Oh, yes, she stole his.
She stole his Duodeath.
Yeah.
How did she manage to do that?
Fuck if I know. I don't know, I'm not a thief.
And the Raven Queen never had one of her own?
Vavo's was the last made.
So, Pyre Shard for Set, Thornheart for Alato, and Sigdrasil's
Flux song.
Flux Song. And then your Aetherforge.
Yes.
And I mean, to this day, we has Vavo been reunited with his Duodearth?
That is not quite possible. No, it's not quite possible, I would say.
Well, we should see to it that he isn't returned to it in the future.
Well, you're the Raven Queen, well, she broke it into 3.
Were these the pieces that ultimately built the artifact seal?
Man, there's a reason you were the one to get into my laboratory, huh?
Let me ask you something. You made the artifact seal, and we understand that this had the intent of hiding away, locking the Archfey away, or locking our world away from the Fey wild, if you will.
Yes.
Was that its true intent, or was it meant to just lock
That
him
was
away?
Well, you see, it's funny you should. He was instrumental in creating the bridges between the realms in the first place. He was the one that wanted to bring more unity to the worlds. He led me to start to design the world stones.
So, I mean, did it have to be Vavo's Duodearth that created the artifact seal for it to work?
No, that was just a source of a shit ton of arcane power.
Understood.
Yeah, and like, fuck, if we have that, why not use it, right?
That makes quite a bit of sense. So, Alphonse, I've had an idea. I've been intrigued and impressed by the fortifications you used against Zagmota and the way you were able to protect yourself for so long, and your knowledge of the creation of these seals. Would it be possible to create another sort of prison, a pocket dimension, that we could push Vavo into, lock him in, throw away the key, and destroy the key? Could the pieces of the Duodearth, the artifacts, once they've been used to create the seal, could they be destroyed without breaking the seal? Effectively welding the lock shut.
Well, this power.
I mean, I've been trying to wrap my head around this thing for quite some time, but we need an end game.
This power in general, this golden power, all expected. We've seen what Vavo became. Instead of locking it away, that's happened before. We've tried to lock it away. Is there a way to destroy this power? I think would be a greater goal.
That's like trying to destroy magic itself.
So do you know where this power came from?
Roll me a perception or insight check. All three of you.
You said it insight.
Or perception. Your dealer's choice.
Damn. Could I have that with advantage?
Hey, he's had
I'll
a
think
great
about it.
conversation.
It depends on how Luke rolls. How's that?
Sorry, it sucks because I rolled on my screen earlier,
Yeah.
and
It's always 20s on the other one, man. It sucks, bro. 18. Yeah, okay. Philo, you don't notice anything. Angus, you don't notice diddly squat. Ango, or not Ango, Toric. Alphonse, like, side eyes Lutera Masag, like, the slightest, dude. The slightest side eye. And then they say, "We do not know." No. We know not.
Because all we know is that we tried to lock it in this world, but do we really know? Did it come from this world or ours?
Let us ask a different question. It is our understanding that this golden power corrupted Vavo, right? He was entranced and enthralled by it and corrupted by it, and it has led to pain and destruction and misfortune for several worlds. This seems to be a force of nature itself.
Indeed.
What would happen if it was destroyed? Would that upset the natural balance of the world? Would the world survive?
Like I said, it would be like trying to destroy a fundamental force of nature. What would happen if you destroyed magnetism? Could you even do such a thing?
I take a long drink from a bottle of Rock Gnome gin.
If it breathes, I could kill it.
So I mean, and Bilo, I don't know if we can destroy this. I don't know if we should.
It was... The idea behind locking it on this side was it could do less damage over here than on the mortal realm.
That didn't seem to work out.
Well,
And
You mentioned the world seeds.
yes.
You created those.
Well, I would say designed more, yes. Helped create.
Creating the bridges to our world.
Create, no. Amplify, yes. Refine, yes. Hone, yes. Create, no.
All this together, I have to ask. Is there more worlds?
Huh. How's he gonna answer this? We're gonna use the same roles as before. And, you guys are gonna pick the same thing. Philo and Angus, you pick up nothing. Torek, he does the slightest tell before he says, I mean, there could be, but I don't really know. I don't see why not. So yeah, Torek, you could tell he's just very slightly not telling you all. Like, you picked up very faintly that maybe he's fibbing a little. Or not telling the whole truth or something. Something is weird. A little bit of a tell.
Fair enough. Okay, you know of ours, but you may not be
I
sure of
can
others.
tell you what the golden power grants. Do you know that? Do you know what it does?
No, we don't.
It grants mortals their heart's deepest, darkest desire. It gives it to them. It promises it to them. It gives it to them.
Guys, box word is desire, not resides.
He confirmed that it was resides.
Did he? Fuck.
Well, I just confirmed that it sparkled when you put resides in there.
Can't do this.
Was that a hard confirm or not?
You never asked what happens if you tried desires.
True. I think that was a big tell right there. Come on.
Did everybody see Desires earlier?
No.
Like when we were all touching the boxes.
When you were touching the boxes, you saw what the letters were arranged as what you arranged the letters
He
as.
arranged them as resides.
Yeah.
Is anybody going to mention this to Angus? Because this might just go right over Angus's head.
No, you don't have, dude. Like, I gave the puzzles to you guys to so you could figure them out, not your characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Say, Angus, what were the words on your box again?
Raven resides.
Do me a favor. Why don't you make resides desires?
Wow.
See what happens.
But it's already glittering.
Just humor me.
You know, Torek, anything for you after the shit you pulled off against that stupid dragon. I start fiddling with the box and
2 days later, it says desires.
yeah, and also too, the whole entire time I'm humming the Jeopardy theme song.
Cool. All right. Yeah, it doesn't shimmer.
I thought it was a tell, dude. I thought it was.
Okay, well,
Bring it on back. Also, fuck
after
you.
2 days of fiddling around with the box, I look at Torek and I say, Torek, hand me some rock gnome Jim. I'm going back in.
Yeah, he uncorks the bottle and hands it to him.
And I start fiddling with the box again.
Hey, Alphonse.
Yes.
Is there a way that the golden power could be used for the benefit of all?
Oh, sure. In theory. But that's the thing. That's the thing about mortals. They don't work like that. If there comes a time where you have the chance to take the golden power and use it for your own, you must resist. You must turn away. Promise me this. All three of you now.
I swear it.
He looks at you, Philo. Well, actually, he looks at Angus next. Swear it. Angus, you swear it? Yes or no?
I swear it.
And he looks at you, Philo.
But what if I could control it?
You can't. No one can. It's impossible. No mortal can do it.
And could you use the golden power?
No.
So only mortals can use it?
It does nothing for us.
So only mortals can use it, but no mortal can bear it?
It has always turned out bad. It has never turned out good.
We can't destroy it. And we know locking it away has already failed. How do we know there's not a right person to bear it?
Find me the perfect person.
Wait, Alphonse just said, find me the perfect person.
Yeah.
Angus slowly kind of starts pointing his finger and points at myself to like try to identify something, and makes eye contact with Alphonse.
And he looks back at you and he says, "You tried to sleep with my sister."
I slowly start pointing at Tavi in the background.
Fuck, I was gonna do that! Damn it, I was waiting.
Tavi's like, "Guys, don't you remember I was totally a slaver? Did you forget that?"
But you were once a great person.
Yeah, but I did totally do the slaving thing for a few years, bro.
You were forced to do that.
I touch Tavi on the shoulder
yeah.
and I say, Tavi, it's okay. It's
Have
okay.
Have you seen what? Hold on. Let me fire the voice-o-tron for him. Have you seen what I do to people I don't like? I got a lot of rage in here, man.
We can't. Okay, Tavi's not the person.
I got a lot of rage in here.
He did try to. I was imprisoned by him for months, and okay, yep, that was a bad call.
God, I would just torture Vavo till the end of time, and that's all that I would do.
I think I could feel after she looks up for a second.
Wouldn't you just torture her to the end of time forever, over and over again? Oh.
No. Also, no. Oh, no. Okay, you can. All right, we get it. That was a mistake. Looking at you, we get it. You can stop.
Okay.
All right, you just go back. But I think maybe I could. I don't know if my intention.
The road.
Nope.
Yes.
Okay, I think I see your point.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's what it offers. Absolute power.
Of my problems, Torque, I think he likes experimenting. That's a problem.
Endless experiments till the end of time. Endless amounts of Rocknoon gin.
I would say the curse of knowing everything, which is I think what I would truly desire, would be that once you know everything, you know it's inevitable, and there's no point in fighting it.
Okay, so our options are to destroy it or lock it away again. I will resist.
Thank you. All right. Do you guys want to keep chit-chatting for a little, or you want to let this simmer?
I have other questions,
Okay.
but I say let's let it simmer. Could you share the names and the spellings of the different druid earths,
I can.
including the name of Vavos?
So if I ever see Lutera ever again, there's a chance that her and I can make one of the best superpowered men of all time, or babies of all time.
Yeah, in theory. Is that good enough for you, bud?
I mean, if you got the golden
Yep.
power, you could probably do whatever you wanted.
But I said I would resist.
True. Craig, can you definitely put this episode up?
Yeah. I will definitely put this episode up. Tonight. Tomorrow.
I was like, what are you doing? Till tomorrow or something.
Tomorrow. Well, it's because what fucking happened is like when I put my new firewall in, for some fucking reason, everything else in the world works, but I cannot copy files into my fucking desktop at the shop. I used to just be able to open up Windows Explorer and drag and drop stuff into it. I just can't. Straight up can't. Everything I've done to try and fix it doesn't work. I can go into any other computer. So that's what's fucked me. That's where I'm at.
Did they say specifically what Orarathnu did? Like what that was meant to represent, in the way that Pyre Shard represents the valiant spirit and ambition, Thornheart represents wild nature? I don't think we covered that.
Did I say? It was just Give me 1 second. I have it here. I closed all my tabs already.
That can be a later question too.
Yeah, I can slap it out for you.
Yeah.
Just
And
do
if
it
we
for the
hold
notes.
here, we'll still start at this point, or do we?
Yeah, we'll start right here. Oh, here, I got it. There you go. How's that?
There you go.
What was your question, Ryan? We were starting off here next time?
Yes. But first, can I say? I want to say, it's been great, but I haven't had a full night's sleep, feeling safe, months. Are we safe here? Can we rest
You
and discuss more in the morning?
are safe.
Rest easy, weary traveler.
We have much to think about.
Are we like going to bed or
Please.
something?
Well,
Thank
you
you
were
for
just
the
like,
meal and your protection, guidance.
yeah, there's not like we're not in like a strict timeline or anything, but we're ending the session, I believe.
I bow slightly to Alphonse and say, "Thank you so much for your generosity, Utera." As I point over to her as I'm walking away, don't get tired running through my dreams all night tonight.
God damn it.
A rose bush appears beneath you, and as you go to pluck a rose, you look to go grab it where there's no thorns, but alas, thorns grow beneath your fingers.
I was gonna have Mage Hand hold it for me in case if there were
still
thorns.
hurt through Mage Hand somehow.
Like this is obviously doing like no hit point damage, right?
No, this is more like emotional damage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna put it in my mouth and like start kind of having like a tear dribble down my face.
Yeah, it's a tear of blood from your lips.
Yeah.